Okay, so hey guys, so today I really wanted to try something different for my channel and show you how I got this look on my face today. But I wanted to do like kind of a get ready with me, but with a voiceover, and I've never done that before, so please let me know what you think of it and how it was, and we're just going to jump right into the video and tell you how I got this look. Okay, so hey guys, so now we're going to jump into this get ready with me and get ready for the day. And we're going to be starting off with priming. We're going to be using the Smashbox Primer Water and the Stila One-Step Corrector. So we're just going to spritz the Smashbox all over the face. I know I look like a spaz when I do this, but it really does give a huge boost of hydration to my dry skin. And then we're going to be using my Holy Grail primer, which is the Stila One-Step Corrector. I absolutely love this. I pump it on my fingers and then rub it together with my fingers as well, and then put it on my face. And I just absolutely love this because it really creates a smooth canvas, corrects everything, and is just amazing. I love it so much. But I really do. So we're just getting ready for the day. So we're good to go. Okay, so now I have to go back in and re-record this whole voiceover again because somehow I deleted it all. I don't understand how I did it. So yeah, I'm going to try and do this again. So I'm going in with the Laura Mercier Candlelight Glow foundation and the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in N10 and the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Liquid Lightning, and now I'm just going to shake up the Laura Mercier Candlelight Glow foundation in the color Shell and the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in N10 and the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Liquid Lightning all on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to mix that with my fingers. I really am so mad because I don't know how the heck I deleted the audio. It was a really good audio too, but whatever, now I have to do it again. So now I'm just going to blend it on my finger and I'm going to apply it to my face. I really like a luminous finish to my foundations. That's why I always add a liquid illuminator. And I have been obsessed with this foundation recently. I absolutely love it. I just got it a few days ago and I've been obsessed with it. So I've been using it like pretty much for the past 3 days, and I got it 3 days ago and I've been loving it. So I'm just going to apply that with my fingers and then blend it out with my Beauty Blender right here. And I'm just going to buff it out with the fatter side of the Beauty Blender. I love using a Beauty Blender. If you guys didn't know that, I prefer Beauty Blenders much over foundation brushes because sorry, I'm just trying to turn off my notifications for my messages because my friend won't stop messaging me and it's really annoying. So anyway, I'm just buffing that into my skin. I'm just really not going to be like that into this voiceover right now. I really am so mad. But yeah, I'm going to try and make it as best as I can. But now I'm like tired and like sitting on my bed. So anyway, now I'm done with the foundation. It's such a beautiful finish. I love it. It's so luminous and beautiful. And now we're going to go in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW15 and the MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose. And I'm just going to take that on the back of my hand and I'm going to be applying it with an Eco Tools concealer brush. And I'm just going to take that and put it on the center of my nose and also around my nose as well, and then also on the Cupid's bow and on my chin and also on my forehead. I really like concealing a lot on the center of my face because I don't really use full coverage foundations, as you guys know. I like keeping my foundation as natural as possible, so I like to go a little bit more ham with the concealer because I can, because I'm not really like wearing full coverage foundation. So this is a full coverage concealer, so I love using it. And then I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime, and I couldn't even get it open. I know, I'm a spaz. And I'm just going to highlight the nose, the Cupid's bow, the smile lines, and the forehead. I like using the Radiant Rose on the smile lines more than concealer because I don't like using too much concealer there so it doesn't look cakey and too heavy. And then I'm just going to buff it in with the other side of the Beauty Blender and really just try to buff it into my skin. I really like how this looks. I love concealer so much. Like, I can't believe I didn't use foundation and concealer before like 2 years ago. Like, it's crazy. So I'm just going to finish buffing that in. And I like concealing my chin and my Cupid's bow and forehead because that's where I tend to get pimples and break out a little bit I do have a couple on my chin right now that are kind of annoying. And I have like a couple bumps on my forehead, but yeah, I really don't break out too much and I try to really take care of my skin. But if I don't buff it into my nose, then my nose can look really dry after I buff in powder. So I'm just going to be really packing it on my nose to make sure it all gets locked in. Now I'm going to be priming my eyes, and I'm going to be using the Smashbox 24-hour primer, and I'm going to be putting that on with my finger. I love this primer. It's really nice and smooth. And then I'm just going to be setting that down with the MAC Real Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium and this Real Techniques setting brush. And I'm going to be just packing that on the eyes. I don't really have to do this because I have dry skin, but I like doing it because I like how it looks. And I think it really helps me apply eyeshadows a lot nicer if I decide to do this. So I'm just doing that. And then I'm going to be going in with eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using Makeup Geek shadows today like usual. And I'm going to be using this first shade right here called Vanilla Bean. And this Luxie brush from Ipsy that I got. And I really love this brush. But I also really like it for using it as spreading product all over the eye. And I do this when I'm going to be going in with colorful eyeshadow. I know I just put a powder down, but I like putting this on because it makes everything look a lot more like highlighted and really brightens up the eye. And this is one of my favorite shadows from Makeup Geek. It's like my holy grail brow bone highlighter. It's amazing, but it's also like basically the color of my skin, so that's why I really like putting it all over the eye for this. And then we're going to be going in with our crease shade, and we're going to be using the shade Simply Marlena, also from Makeup Geek, and this MAC crease brush. This is a really old brush, but it's awesome. And I'm just going to swirl it around, and then I'm going to be blending it into the crease area. And it's really pretty bright pink shade, and yeah, I really love it. So we're just going to be working that back and forth in windshield wiper motions. La 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 la. Boring, boring, boring. So yeah, we're just going to be doing that for now. For some reason it got deleted because I was like trying to adjust the brightness of clips and I don't even know how it ended up getting deleted. I'm just really pressed about it, but whatever, life goes on. So we're just going to keep on doing that, and then we are going to be going in with other shadows after this because I'm pretty sure I decided to finish it up off camera. So yeah, now I did the other eye, and now we're going to be jumping in with defining the crease. We're going to be using this Real Techniques Bold Metals brush, and we're going to be using the shade called Cupcake, also from Makeup Geek, and we're really going to work this into the crease to define it more. It's a really pretty shade. I really like using these types of shades when I use like a hot pink on the crease area. And if this gets deleted again, I'm going to be so mad. But yeah, we're just going to be working that back and forth. This brush is really awesome. I got it recently, like a couple of weeks ago from Ulta. And it's really great for defining the crease area. It's a really soft brush, and I really wanted something new because I think the Morphe brush just sucks now, and this is super soft and amazing, and I got it because of Andrea Mattiliano, and I saw it on her channel, and she said that she had just gotten this brush recently too and fell in love with it. And Real Techniques brushes are awesome because they're like really affordable. So now we finished the other eye off camera, and now we're going to be going in with the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Ibiza. As you can see, I use this shadow so much, and we're going to be dipping our fingers in because you guys know using fingers for the ColourPop eyeshadows is the best way to apply them. This is one of my all-time favorite eyeshadows. Unfortunately, this eyeshadow is discontinued now, but that's why I won't get rid of it. It is like a year old, and you're only supposed to be using your ColourPop eyeshadows for a year, but I can't part with it because I need to use it up, and also it's a discontinued shade, which sucks. I didn't get to snag it when it was discontinued, and I was so upset about that, but whatever. Hopefully they might come out with another banging turquoise eyeshadow. So now we're going to finish up the other eye off camera, and now we're going to be going in with my other Makeup Geek shadows and this other Z palette of my filled eyeshadows and dual chrome shades. And we're going to be using this shade called Pegasus and this Real Techniques eyeshadow brush, and we're going to be packing that on the lid area. I know it looks like that I have some blue eyeshadow on the lower lash line. That's from the ColourPop Ibiza eyeshadow, but we're going to clean that up later because that's why I don't apply concealer when I'm doing when I do my foundation and then I go in with eyeshadow, because I just conceal afterwards, because even though I do remove it, I'm not removing much and it doesn't look like weird. So I just removed the eyeshadow and then decide to go in with concealer afterwards. I don't know, it just works for me. I know most people do the eyes first if they're gonna get like fallout or like a colorful eyeshadow like that on their lower lash line, but I just do it differently because I'm weird. So now we're going to be highlighting the brow bone again, and we're going to be going in with that same shade Vanilla Bean and this Crown Brushes concealer brush. I know this is a concealer brush, but it's really great for the brow bone because I don't have a flat top brush that I can use for that. And I know so many people say you should be using a flat top brush for the brow bone, but I find that this just works perfectly, so I just use it for that. And I know my brows are a hot mess, so just ignore that. And then we're just going to be blending out the crease and the brow bone together with the MAC crease brush again. I really do like this brush for blending out the eyeshadows as well. It's just really pretty, and that's just a close-up eyeshadow shot of what my eyes look like, and I'm just saying that I'm going to be cleaning up the under eye area, which I just did off camera. And I did line my eyes off camera as well with the Stylist All Day eyeliner in the shade black, because I suck at doing eyeliner and I can't do it on camera to save my life. And now we're going to be concealing the under eyes. We're going to take that MAC Pro Longwear concealer again and pump it on the back of the hand. And then I realized I used too much product, so whoops. I always get it I kind of go overboard sometimes. I kind of got it confused with the Makeup Forever concealer because that concealer is a little bit thinner. The MAC one is thick, but it's super creamy, so that's why it works. It's not like super heavy and like a hot mess and like really feels cakey. It's an amazing formula. I love this concealer. I just recently purchased it like a month ago, and I realized how much I love it, and now I've been using it like so much more than I did when I first had it. And then I show you how much I actually had on the back of my hand. I was like, damn, I used too much, but it's all good. And then we're going to be going in with the MAC Pep and Prime Radiant Rose, and we're just going to be highlighting under the eyes because I love how this looks. It just makes everything just look beautiful and highlighted. So that's what we're going to be going in with. And we're just going to be, and I couldn't close it to save my life for some reason. And then we're just going to be blending it out with the Beauty Blender, and we're going to be using these tapered side, and we're going to be really just pressing it into the skin and under the eyes. Make sure you always press when you're using your Beauty Blender. Don't wipe it around. That's going to make your concealer look crusty, and it's going to crease, and it's not going to look good. So we want the under eye to always look as natural and as flawless as possible. I'm pretty sure that's what everybody wants. And then we're also going to be just cleaning up the outer edges of the eye by just angling the Beauty Blender and getting the excess eyeshadow off the corners of the eyes. And now we're going to be setting the concealer down with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder and the Real Techniques setting brush again. I love this brush. It's so super soft. And this is one of my favorite. This is my holy grail under eye setting powder. And I just think that this is a must step for anybody that regardless if you have dry skin or not. You just really want to prevent creasing under your eye and really want to make sure your concealer stays in place all day. So this is pretty much a necessary step for anybody. And this powder is beautiful. I absolutely love it. So once we're done with that, we're going to be going in with other things on the lower lash line. So we're going to be going in, well, first we're going to be going with our mascara first. My bad. Mascara. We're going to be using the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I like wiping off the excess first before I go in, and then I'm just going to be working it on the lashes on the bottom and then wiggling my way upward like you're supposed to. And I've really been enjoying this, I was about to say concealer. I've really been enjoying this mascara. I just got it last week, and it is really, really nice so far. And I think I'm pretty sure I decided to finish it up off camera. So, la-di-da-di-da. And then I was like, fuck it. And now I'm going to be going in with the lower lash line products. There we go. So I'm going to be using this MAC brush, and I'm going to be going in with that shade Cupcake again. I'm going to be smudging that on the lower lash line. I forget the name of this brush. I'll probably put it in the blurbs of the video, but I really like this brush for the lower lash line. But I also really like the look of just eyeshadow on the lower lash line sometimes. It looks less harsh than putting a liner on the waterline, especially when you're going in with color. Sometimes you don't really want to put too much on the lower lash line so it looks a little bit less harsh and not too many colors on your eyes. Now I'm going to be going in with my inner corner highlight, and that same brush I'm going to be using Makeup Geek's Foiled Eyeshadow in the shade Whimsical. I love this shade. This is one of my favorite foiled eyeshadows like ever. And it's really beautiful on the inner corners. I use it so much for when I wear pink eyeshadow. And then we're going to be doing a little bit of bottom lash mascara. We're going to be going in with the MAC and Sun and Play Giga Black Lash. I know this might be a little bit of like high maintenance for some people, but honestly, this is the best lower lash mascara I've ever used in my life. I will never use anything else for as long as I live. It's absolutely amazing, and I can't believe I even got the Clinique bottom lash. That shit sucks compared to this. I'm sorry, but... And this is just a close-up look of my eyes, but I will show you the finished look in up in depth and up close at the end of the video. So now I'm just going to be setting my face with the MAC Merlin Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium again with this Eco Tools powder brush. And I really like doing this because when I contour and when I do blush and highlight, it really helps everything just go on super smoothly. And I know I have dry skin, but the MAC Merlin Skin Finishes are such a beautiful formula for dry skin, and so many people with dry skin recommend them. So now I'm going to be going in with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter with the darker shade, and I'm going to be contouring with that with this Bare Minerals like angled contouring brush. I actually got this in a perk point for Sephora, and this is like the only thing that I used from that perk point was this brush. But it's so awesome for contouring because of the angled side, and it's like super small. I really do love it for that. But yeah, I basically said what I needed to about powders. If you're like super nervous about using powders for dry skin, don't be, because it really just help like just your contour and blush like really just be able to blend out a lot better. And now we're going to be going in with this Real Techniques contouring brush, and we're going to be using the lighter shade in the Duo, and we're going to be cleaning up that line for your contour. And this is a really good trick for me because it brightens underneath there, and it also really cleans up that line because some people don't have time for baking. Baking takes like 5 to 10 minutes, and sometimes you just don't have time for that. So I thought that this was a really easy and quick, easy trick just to really clean up that line, and it really does help so much. And then I'm just going to be contouring my temples and my hairline. And then I'm also going to be contouring my jawline and neck area as well. So just going to be buffing that into my hairline. And then also on the jawline as well, just make sure you swirl it around and work it just back and forth. And then we're also going to be blending it downward on the neckline because it makes everything tied together and makes it, you know, not look like your foundation might be like oxidized, but honestly this foundation has not oxidized on me. I feel like it's the absolute perfect shade for my skin, so I don't really need to do that. And now we're going to be going in with our blush, and I'm going to be using the Becca Cosmetics Luminous Blush in the shade Camellia, and this tapered blush brush from Eco Tools. And I realized I put too much on my brush, so my bad. And I'm going to be putting that on my cheeks. This blush is so gorgeous. I love Becca blushes. I love their highlighters. They're an amazing brand. And it's just such a beautiful blush. This is like the second time I'm using it. And it's just so beautiful. I love it. So just going to be working that on the other cheek as well. We're almost done with this. Thank God. And yeah, so I'm just getting ready to see my boyfriend soon, and I decided to do like a colorful look with my eyes because I'm wearing my floral shirt from Forever 21. Now we're going to be highlighting with the Anastasia Glow Kit in Gleam, and we're going to be using the two shades right there, the Starburst and Hard Candy shades with the Anastasia A23 highlighting brush, which I got with the Glow Kit, that Glow Kit when I ordered it online for this amazing deal for Black Friday. And this highlighter brush is freaking awesome, and these highlighters are absolutely amazing. I think Anastasia highlighters might be my absolute favorites next to Becca ones. They're just so gorgeous, and the formula of these are amazing. It's just, I just love highlighter, and if you can't see the highlighter that clearly when I'm doing it right now, it's just because of the lighting and I really couldn't see what I was doing, so that's why I'm turning away so much, so I'm sorry about that, but you will see it all come together and really see it in better lighting at the end of the video. Now I'm just going to highlight my nose, my cupid's bow, and the center of the forehead. I just love really being like a glowy goddess anytime. I mean, not even like for the spring and summer, but just like really like every day. I'm just obsessed with highlighter. I love it so much. And now we're just going to be finishing off the face with a little bit of finishing powder, and we're going to be using the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. I absolutely love these powders. It really helps blend out absolutely everything, especially your contour and your highlight. If you think that you went too ham with your highlight and it looks like it's just sitting on top of your skin, this really just helps blend it out. They're just so beautiful and give such a beautiful glow and flawless finish to your skin, and just really helps everything come together. And now I'm just going to be setting the face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Just give it a good shake and spritz it, you know, further away from your face, but for some reason I always come up closer. I don't know why. And then I'm just going to let that dry, and then I'm just going to be filling in my brows with the Chanel Brow Pencil and the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I'm not sure of the color of the brow pencil, but I'll probably just list it in the video. And then I'm just going to be finishing off with my lips, and I'm going to be using the Bite Beauty Lip Primer, the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Slide On Pencil in Obsessed, and the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Doll Parts. I know that was very hard for me to say what lip liner that was, but it is kind of a tongue twister. It's such a pain to say that full name. So I'm just going to be priming my lips with the Bite Beauty Lip Primer, and then I'm going to be just putting it away, and then I'm going to be lining my lips with the Urban Decay lip liner. I hope that this is recording because like everything is blank while I'm doing this, so yeah, hopefully I didn't lose everything, because then this could be such a waste of time. But yeah, it was just so perfect before, and now I'm like a little bit annoyed. But we ended up going out to Whale's Tail, which is this really awesome taco place on Long Island. And we've been there before, and my boyfriend like loves it now, so we decided to go back again, and we ordered like the same exact thing. But my lips lasted pretty well through the meal. And I'm going to be going in with my lip, which is Jeffree Star's Doll Parts. As you can tell, I don't want to talk anymore because I recorded this twice through now, so I'm just going to be filling in my lips with this shade. I know I might be getting a little bit annoying, but honestly, it's so frustrating. These are not my favorite formula of liquid lipsticks, but I really love this color, and I decided to order this shade when it came back in stock on Jeffree Star because everybody was waiting for this shade from Christmas time, and it is a really pretty shade, especially for the spring and summer, and I thought it was so perfect for this look. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I decided to finish the rest off camera, and this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Here's a close-up of the eyes. I know I look crazy with just one eye closed. And then here's the blush and highlight, which I love. And the skin looks so good. It just has such a flawless finish to that foundation. And then the lips. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Please subscribe. So yeah, I hope you guys liked how this look turned out, and this was really fun to do a voiceover type of video. But yeah, I really like how it turns out. I do this look like all the time, so I just decided to film it. Now I'm waiting for my boyfriend to get here and we're gonna go out. So thanks guys, bye!